if you have to, I don't know, for those who can't see this, you may have to check the steps again and see what was missing, so you can redo that.
Sorry, excuse me, can I suggest that whoever has not got it should click on the Blue Sky 2023 W Limited if they have it. Then they'll be able to get to this page. Hello?
Yeah, this guy, you've gone too far. I don't even know how to get here.
No, you have to go to project there.
The Blue Sky.
It's just the Blue Sky icon, top left, where it says
this one here.
Yeah, that one. If you click on it, it'll bring up the board. That's what it is.
Yeah, it will bring up, and you click the board, it will bring it up. If you are not on that page, if you are not on this page, click on the Blue Sky 2023 W Limited, and then you click on board. I'm sure it will come out. That's what I did when I come out. All right.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
somebody seems to have the solution. That's good. And has that worked for you?
Yeah, it worked for me. That's why I'm saying.
No, I'm just checking with the people that you are speaking to.
Yeah,
they need to tell us.
It worked for me as well. Okay.
I'm sorry, Wumi, what did you do?
Please.
So Adela, just go, the page you're on before, just click on the icon, the Blue Sky 2023 W.
Oh, right.
Top left, just click on that. And then click on board. It'll bring you to the board.
I've clicked the icon, but it's not.
Then you should see to do in progress and done. Okay. You see 3 columns.
I can see. Oh, okay. I can see that.
Is your screen blue, like dark blue?
My screen, it has to do in progress and done, and then it has
it.
create underneath.
Yeah, that's right. Same thing.
Oh my God.
Hers is white because she started creating on it. Same board. Yeah.
So can I give us till like 15 minutes past to just rectify that, and hopefully everybody will be on the same page?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So who wants to take over the screen so you can share what you have and explain to others, because I think it's going to help you know it better. Who is willing to?
I can.
Sorry, who is that? What's your name, please?
Adiola.
Okay, so do you just want to share your screen then? So.
Oh, but hold on, because I'm joining from my phone, but I'm going to be doing it from my computer, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so who's got it already open on their computer and willing to explain?
I have it open on my computer, but it's a different computer. You said we should use two laptops, so I don't have it open in my laptop where the Zoom is.
I'm willing to share.
I have it on my computer. I can share.
Because I would like one of you to do that.
Okay, let me. I can share it for you quickly.
I'm willing to share.
I think time is going.
Okay, so who is that person, please?
Woman, W-U-M.
Okay, if you want to do that quickly, thank you.
Product menu. Window.
It says host disabled participant screen sharing. Funke?
Okay, 1 minute. I'll do that for you. 1 minute.
Oh, thank you, DJ.
Jerry.
Okay, try now, please.
Oh. No, still not sharing. Sorry.
Do I need to stop sharing?
No, you don't. I don't think you do. So sure.
Yeah.
I still saying you cannot start screen share. While
you need to stop sharing with another one. No,
Don't focus on the next page.
Can you guys see that screen? Can you see my screen? The blue sky. Hello?
Yes, I can. Yes,
okay.
I can see.
So all I did was I'm not sure if it's gonna let me go back. Yeah, I was there. That's what we could see. So if you go here, and click on that, it brings you here. And then you've got to do in progress done. And you've got the board there.
Sorry, can we be muted, please, if that's okay? Thank you. If you're not talking to us, can we be muted? Thank you.
And so whose board is this? Is this? Sorry, who's sharing their board?
It's
Sorry, what's your
Wumi.
name? Wumi.
Wumi.
Okay. So if you go to the board, yeah, there, just click on that. Let's see what you have.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Summary, and then you got the board.
Right.
I don't mind sharing my screen to show you what I have.
But are you already, can you see your board correctly?
Mine was similar with yours.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't think it really matters as long as you've got that level of
Sorry, Funke, is that
information. Sorry?
That's a different screen to yours. I thought the 3 columns was all you were looking for.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but you seem to have what we need to see. So that's fine.
Oh,
So
okay. This is what I have.
Is everybody now here?
Well, for me, I can't see the summary, board, list, new, all those information up there.
So yours, you have your menu on the left-hand side, is it?
Yes, I have it on the left.
That's okay.
Side, and
so,
I don't have timeline, forms, page, issues. I don't have all that.
Okay, fine.
I have roadmap, board, code, project.
Okay, so that's fine. That's okay. I mean, you have something to work with.
Don't we stop sharing? Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you so much. And is everybody having the board on their page?
Yes, I have something similar to what Wumi just shared. It doesn't match what you shared.
Yes, I do not have both.
Okay, so I don't know how that has happened, but that's okay. As long as you're able to create your tickets. So I will take back the screen if that's okay. Okay, so this is Jira for those who are just not used to Jira. So what is Jira really? So Jira, as you already would know by now, it is a project management tool. And what Jira was actually created for or designed for was just to help in software development way back. But now, a lot of other organizations, other than those who are really into software development, are now using Jira. So you can use Jira for almost anything. You have people working in HR, people working in logistics industry, other than software development and companies using Jira. So Jira is quite versatile. You can use it for just anything. Even as a personal tool, you can use it. For example, I use it to document or to list some of the things I have to do personally and for the family. Sorry, can we all be muted, please? So you can use Jira for just about anything, and it's quite easy to use and also easy to manipulate, just to move around and change the workflow as you like. So the purpose of Jira really, I just say that Jira is a project management tool, and it helps in planning projects and also products. So for example, when you have your high-level requirements, as you would already know what high-level requirements are. For example, say you want to manufacture a refrigerator. So that on its own is a big project. So you could use Jira just to plan, all the components, all the different parts of that item. just to break it down per component and start tracking progress with Jira. So you can plan your tasks, get your colleagues to work on them, and use Jira to document how many tickets you're going to have, for example, to create a particular component of that huge task. And also you can use Jira to track, the progress of work. So when we're talking about Jira, in terms of using Jira to plan your activities, we have terminologies like epics and then stories. That is the normal user stories. And then you have your tasks as well, and also subtasks. So epic, do we have, I'm sure you know what an epic is already, isn't it? Do you all know what epics are?
Yes.
High level requirement.
Okay, so that's where you have, those requirements that you can't finish in one sprint. And so you then break your epics down into smaller tasks, and those ones would form your user stories. And when you're writing a user stories, there are criteria that you have to make sure that you follow to make sure that that user story is actually going to deliver value at the end of the day. So you don't just write stories for the fun of it, or just because you want to have more tickets to your name. That is not the reason or the essence of creating user stories. So user stories are meant to deliver value. And when I say value, is when you look at a ticket, right from the title or the summary or the narration of that ticket, I must see the value that that ticket is going to give me at the end of the day. So I must see that, for example, if you have a component of a fridge, to build, so you want to write something like design the doors. So anybody reading through that will know that there's a value in that ticket. So that's the ticket that will tell us, the acceptance criteria, the functional requirements, the technical requirements, and the test activities that would go into designing the door for the fridge. So that ticket on its own has got something to deliver at the end of the day. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
So always remember that when you write tickets, it must have a value to deliver. And if you're a Scrum Master on this call, so that's something for you to always make sure that you educate people in your team to make sure they always do. So that's a story. And a story, as you would already have known, must be testable. It must have an activity in it that, the testers or the QAs, whatever it is you call them in your organization, would have to look at to say, yes, we need to plan our test scripts around, this criteria on that ticket. So your tickets or your user stories must be testable. So in Jira, you don't always need to write stories depending on what it is that you want to have on your board. For example, if I have been told to design a door for the refrigerator, and I am not sure, what the door is going to look like, the size, the measurements, the color, or the components, the material that I'm going to use. Instead of you just going straight ahead to write a ticket or you write a user story for that, in Jira, you have the option of writing a spike. So a spike is one of the issue types in Jira that you would write just to do a kind of research. So for example, there are lots of unknowns in what you are meant to do. So just for you to have a clearer understanding, you just write a spike. And a spike is another type of ticket in Jira, and it's SPIKE. So you write a spike and you assign that to yourself, and you want to word it like, oh, this requirement is to design a door. I need to find out A, B, and C about it, get the measurements, understand the color, the material that will be needed. So you just list out all of those things, and so you don't weigh or estimate a spike. But in order for you to make sure that you're actively working on the questions that you have on the spike, you can set a due date on it to say, oh, I hope to finish all of these questions, get answers to them by, say, Friday next week. So it's a big waste of time, trying to estimate something that you have no idea, how you're going to start or end. So I know some people would say that they like to estimate their spikes, but I don't see any good use of that estimation at all. So that's another thing. So we've talked about epics. So epics really sit at the top, and then you have your stories underneath that. And if you're not sure what your stories is meant to read, like you can create a spike. And so on the same level as a story, you can have, hold on, let me do a quick drawing here. Let me get my pen. A quick drawing so that I'm not just talking to the brain, so that you can visualize what I'm talking about. Hope this is going to work tonight. Can you still see my board?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So you need to just don't mind my handwriting.
Okay, sorry.
So you have.
Is that whiteboard from Jira?
No. So this is Microsoft. That's Microsoft. But can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm just trying to tell you the hierarchy of, the issue types that you can have in Jira. So the highest level is what I said is what? Epics. And so you break that down into stories or user stories. Can you see that? So that's your high level requirements broken down into smaller chunks. That's your HLRs, and you have your user stories below that. So on the same level as your user stories, you could have your task. So the difference between this and task is user stories are testable. So you can, so the value that that ticket is going to deliver will have to go through testing. But for tasks, no. So you could have, not testable. So for task, you write a task for some kind of analysis work. So for example, if a BA has got an assignment or they have a piece of work to do, for example, you've been told to ensure that all the tickets written in your team, that they have all the detailed requirements and all the fields, that are mandatory on a ticket, that you make sure that everybody that has written a ticket, they had put in all the relevant fields and putting details onto that field. So for that kind of a task as a BA, just because I don't want to forget that I've been assigned that task and I want my own work to show on the Jira board. So you don't need to write a user story, because all you're just doing is just to follow up on what other people are doing in the team, You're just helping them to make sure that their tickets are written properly. So because you're a BA, you are not doing more than that. So you don't need to create your own task as a user story. No, you can just create a task. And for such, you won't have to have the QAs or the QAs come and pick that ticket and say they want to test it. No, it's very, very irrelevant. So, and either of these can have a subtask, however it is that you arrange your work. So that can have a subtask as well. And I said earlier that you could have a spike. So you could have a spike, and a spike, same thing as an issue type, but it's just more of understanding or having clarity on a task. So that is where you ask questions and you're just like, okay, they've told me to design a refrigerator or a door to a refrigerator. That's all they've told me. The users, they didn't tell you what color, what size, and all of that. And you can just go straight away to start building or designing. So you can just create a spike and put that on the board to say, oh, those are the questions that you have to make sure that you answer before you actually start designing and doing the proper work. So, and when you have a spike like that, when you're answering your questions, it makes sense for you to go back to the users and just for them to clarify what you have thought out on their own requirements so that they can somehow review that with you and agree the details. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, somehow, don't worry, you would, by the time we start putting in stories, I think you would understand better. So I will come out of here and go
Sorry,
to...
can I ask a question? Is the spike the same thing as the description or the, what do you call it now? Description of what you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I just, yeah. So
okay.
If you're saying a description, so that sounds more like planning. You already know what you need to do.
Okay.
You know the outcomes. So you're just making a list of what you need to do. But spikes is more for unknowns, things you have no idea of in terms of the size, the measurement, the color. Somebody has just told you, go and build me a door. They just need a door. You said, okay, I've heard. So when you're now on your own, you're now asking yourself, what kind of a door do they want? What color, what size, what dimension, what handle, So that is what you're going to do, but they have not given you, that clarity from their side, and you can't go ahead and build. So you're just listing out all of those questions in your spike. And then you need to go back to the person that assigned you the job to look at that. So you've said, okay, maybe this is the measurement that it should be. That's the handle that it should have. That's the color that it should have. You've written out your questions. You've put in your own assumptions. So you need to check with the person for them to review, agree or disagree before you then start designing. Because you have to remember that at the end of the day, you are not going to use the door. It's for the users.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. So now we are on this page and I'm assuming that everybody is here. So the first thing that we want to do is, okay, so before we go there, so let's see what it means to create a Jira project. So this one here. So we have Blue Sky 2023 Winter Limited. So I've chosen that so that, it matches this set, your session. So what that is, excuse me, so that is the project that we are working towards, or that's the name of the project that we currently have at hand. So a project really is like it's a pot that has other issues or other bugs within it. So an example is, let me use a clearer one. So a clearer one will be, say, British Airways, for example. So in British Airways, they may have just one board that's got British Airways, just as this one that is Blue Sky. And underneath that, they may have other smaller projects that they are working on that they will still want to sit in the main British Airways projects so that they don't lose track of all the different types of work that they are doing. And so they put all of that on the same Jira board, the same Jira project, but different teams. So this one here, this is Blue Sky, this limited. So you could have other teams within 2023 winter group. You know, they could have also their board within this same project here, so that when you click on this project, just beneath that, you will see all the different teams that you have for this winter session. That's one way. Or you may decide to create each team as a project. You don't want to see all of them under one umbrella or all on one page. That's fine. But in most cases, this is how most organizations would build their Jira board, so that on a particular project, you can see all the different teams, all their activities, all their Jira boards, all within that project. And it's really good to have it like that, so that if you have to take some stats or some metrics or some calculations on that project, you can actually see where they started from, where they are, and how much time they have left to complete all that they have to do. But if you have them separately on different boards and not within the same project, it can be quite hard to bring all of those metrics and those statistics all together, you know, to be able to say for sure, this is where the project sits currently in terms of completion and, you know, the issues that they have currently. So that is a project. So a project is, a project has other teams or other boards within it. So now that we have this, so I've just created this as it is, and Jira would automatically, when you create a project, it would automatically create for you a board. That is how this cloud version, that is how it works. But for those who will be using the, what's this version called again?
The enterprise.
Sorry, oh my God.
Enterprise?
No, it's not the enterprise.
Azure.
The server, sorry, the server version. Some organizations are not dealing with the cloud when it comes to Jira because they can't just trust the cloud enough. So all of their stuff is based on their own server. So the server one, when you create a project, you don't automatically have a board created because they would like you to create your board as you want it and from scratch. But that is what this cloud version will do. And so has everybody got this B2L board?
Yes, I have it.
Yes. Okay, so that would just automatically, once you say that you want a Scrum board or whatever, you know, at the time that you were just creating that, it will just create this for you automatically. So we have this here. And then what we then want to do is we want to start creating tickets. Let's say, for example, we now have an idea of what Blue Sky 2023 winter session really wants us to do. So the assignment is, let's just assume that this project or this company at the top here is an engineering company. That's what they do. So take your mind off Blue Sky being a training organization or a learning platform. So let's jettison that for now. So it's an engineering company. And so what they want to do is they've got lots of planes that they've built, you know, and they've got a small project that they just want people to work on. And that is how, I mean, they just want to know how their customers or their clients will be booking, you know, plane tickets. So that is the project at hand. So booking plane tickets. And they've got a list of activities that they would just like you to put on this Jira board, you know, and then you have the Scrum team that would then have, you know, this board to the, they would then have this board that they would then have to be using this board for their daily stand-up and other meetings that they'll be having going forward. So that is that one. So it's an engineering company, and you have a list of activities that they would like you to put on this board. So I'll be sharing that now. And where do I share that to? Okay, so let me bring that here. You can take a photo of this. So if you can take a photo of that, can everybody see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so if you take a photo of that and then we start creating tickets straight onto that board. So let me know when you're done. I'll give you like 1 more minute. Just take a photo. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take that away. Hopefully that's everybody who has taken that photo. So the first thing there is we now have the company name as Blue Sky Engineering. And the epic is book plane ticket. So that's the high level requirement. So somebody has given you that and they've now told you to go and flesh that out and see how many steps or how many stages will it take for somebody to actually book a ticket, you know, on your website. So, and that's what you would then have to put in here as stories. So the first thing you want to do here is you want to come to this, create here, this one that is highlighted. So there are different ways of creating stories in Jira. You can come here to create a story. Can you see that? So you've got the create at the top. And so what it's going to do for you here is it's going to say, come to this place, which is Blue Sky, that one. And it's asking you here, do you want to create your ticket as a task? I already told you what a task is. Do you want to create it as a bug or an epic or a story? Is everybody here? Can everybody see this page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I can only see an epic and task.
No story,
I
please.
can only see task, no
I
story.
can only see tax on mine.
An epic.
I can only see
Task and epic.
Okay. So let's go to the project settings.
Again.
Can you see the project settings? I just click on that. So if you want to go back to the project, you do back to project there. So your project settings is here. Can you see that? If you have the other screen like Wumi, I think your project settings will be probably at the top.
Yeah.
Top right, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you click on that one. So you come to issue types. Now you have to remember this. Please, in Jira, and I'm just going to sound this very, very clearly. You have to be mindful of the terminologies. So the terminologies really do make sense. If you call A when you actually mean to call B, you're going to confuse and mislead people, especially those who have been using Jira for years. So issue types really means the different types of ways of creating tickets in Jira. So you have the story, you have the epic, you have the bug, and you have the task. So they are all called issue types. So you click on here. So you click on here, etc. And you can see, so this is where you pick the ones that you don't already have on that drop down. So
can you repeat this step again, please?
Sorry?
This step, is it possible to repeat it again, please?
Sorry, what step?
The step to go back again.
Okay, so you go back here.
Mm-hmm.
So do back again.
Okay.
So you go to project settings.
Okay, thank you.
And click on that.
Okay.
And then you come to issue types.
Okay, thank you.
And I think because I've got everything here, so I think for you, you will have to add.
Okay.
So can I add bug and story?
Just add everything, yeah.
Okay.
Add everything. If you don't already have everything, just add everything.
Mm-hmm. Story.
Sorry, Funke, my own seems to look a bit different.
Mine too. I don't have the bug. I don't have the story.
I have the story, the box, but it doesn't come on the left panel like yours. Mine came on the main board on the right side.
Just add it. If you don't have it on the, so did you have it in the drop down before?
It wasn't there. My only came up as issue, doesn't come as issue type. Then under the issue, there is a type, which I click on the type. And on the left side, where the whole full board is, that is where I have story, bug, epic, and task, then subtask.
So it's not allowing you to add.
It's not giving me the option to add.
Did anybody have the same issue that they can help her look at that?
Maybe, do you want her to share a screen so you can see if you could just pull her through?
Do you just want to show your
screen? I think I have a similar board that she has. She just needs to look at the top right side. There's a settings icon.
Okay. I know there would always be somebody that has the solution somehow, because that's usually the case.
If I click on the settings, what am I going to click?
Icon. Then you go to issues. Then click on it.
Still the same thing. Okay, add all the issue types.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything is there.
So I should just click on add.
Yeah.
Standard issues. I need to fill in the names of the stuff. It's asking me to fill in name.
Just type in the particular issue that you want. And then add.
Is that working?
I'm trying to type in the...
Okay, so while you're doing that, so I think you not know how to get those ones added. I think somebody had their hand up before.
Let me share my screen.
I think Niyi had their hand up before. Somebody called Niyi.
Yeah, thank you. I was just trying to clarify what you were saying when you were talking about Epic and story, user stories, and Spark particularly, to say that when you talk about Spark, is it something that relates to what BAs do when they consult with the product owner? that clarification of what to do, or is it?
So
It's
if
telling me it's
if
already
they need to write a ticket for what they are doing, and it's something that is not straightforward, there are lots of unknowns, they will still need more clarity on what they need to do, then they can raise it as a spike. So always remember, you raise a spike for unknowns. When something is not straightforward at all, nobody knows either to go to the left or the right to do it, you still need to understand, get the users in and get more clarity from them or the PO or any other person within the business that will come and tell you exactly what they're asking you to do. So you need to raise it as a spike. It won't make sense for you to raise that as a user story because you have no idea what your acceptance criteria they're going to look like, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
So you just raise a spike so that that particular assignment is not lost in transit. So, and you put it on your Jira board so that everybody knows that that is still to do, but we are asking questions on that requirement. We want more understanding. Because if somebody just writes it down on their own jotter, the team will never know what is still to be done. So that is the essence of Spike.
Thank you.
Okay, should I still share my screen?
Sorry, what's this for?
It's for the way my screen looks a bit different. My own is still me and Eniola.
Have you not got that sorted?
No.
Okay, so let's do that in 1 minute, please.
Okay. You cannot start screen sharing while the other participant is sharing. Okay.
Okay, you can share now.
Thank you. Where's my... This is the way it looks.
She's using Kanban.
I'm using what?
You need to change to Scrum. You're on Kanban.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll stop
do you know how
sharing.
to change to Scrum?
Yes, I'll go and check it. Yes.
Or do you need somebody to tell you in just 1 minute?
Just do it now so that you
Okay. So what should I click on?
So you need to go back to, you go to your project.
Yeah, this is the project, this one.
Okay, click that. Sorry, can you go back there? You've got two. You've got two projects already. Okay, that's a different one. Okay, just go to that one, yeah?
Yeah, this is it. How can I change it to Kanban?
So you have to create, so go to...
So I have to recreate. I can recreate, that's fine. Then
No, just see where your B2L board is. No, on that left-hand side. That drop, no, just go down. Yeah, no, on top of roadmap. And click on that arrow. So create board. No. Just go to create board. No. Keep going down. The one that has the plus sign. Yeah. So Scrum board.
Try to change this from Scrum board to Kanban.
Just do Scrum board. No. Just go back. Scrum board. Yeah. And so take with new software project from an existing project. Take the second one. Yeah. And go on the project. So what's the board called again? He gave it, let's see.
Is it not the Blue Sky 23?
B2L board. Do B, capital B, number 2, L. Yeah. And then choose the project, Blue Sky, and create.
Okay.
Okay, so
am I going to the right place? No. I'm sorry.
yes, that's where you should go. Go to project settings, issue types.
My issue types is too different. This is the way it is. It's still the same. I think I need to change it to Kanban. All right, that's why I'll stop sharing.
No, that's because you went back to the Kanban board. So you now need to go to the Scrum board that you just created.
Okay, go back to project. Go back to project.
Go back to project, yeah.
Go to the board. No. Go to that board, that arrow on top of roadmap. Okay, so they are both the same name. Okay, I think it's the last one, the second one, the one with the capital B.
Okay, sorry. Yep.
Yeah. So go to project settings. Let's see.
Yeah, so this is the Kanban. This is the Scrum board now.
It's still the same.
Well, I'm not sure.
Still the same. That's fine. I'll figure it out. That's fine.
Okay,
I'll stop
so I'm
sharing.
not sure what you've done with your settings. I mean, when you were creating it.
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
Please, Fumi, can I share my screen?
What's the problem?
My screen is totally different.
How is it different?
I don't even know where I am right now. Please,
I'm just going to do that for 1 minute, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't see what you're showing us. Hello?
I don't know what she is. I think she's got. Funke, sorry, I can't add tasks on my monitor on my page. They're going to settings. I've got the settings at the top right.
Right.
Can I show you quickly, just 2 seconds?
I thought somebody called Loretta was sharing a screen. Has she gone off?
I can't hear.
No, I'm still here.
We're waiting for it to show.
We can't see what you're showing.
Just a minute, please.
Can I quickly show you, Brian, before she's sorted?
Yeah.
All right. Can you see?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Okay, so whose screen is this?
This is Wumi. So I've gone to settings, projects.
That's on the left-hand side.
Yes. So
project settings on the left-hand side.
Project setting.
No.
Project categories.
No. Just on the left-hand side where you have the menu.
Go left. It's the last on the option, left, Mummy. Left, move your cursor.
This is
see where the blue sky,
screen.
see where roadmap is, where the board is. Just keep
Go
going
down, go down, left.
This is
Loretta's
Loretta's
screen.
This is Loretta's screen.
It's Loretta's
not
screen.
Wumi.
It's not Wumi's screen.
Oh dear. Okay. So Loretta, what's the issue?
And please, can you see my board?
Yes. I want to believe this is your board we are seeing.
Yes.
So what's the issue?
I don't know if I'm on Scrum or Kanban. I got lost in the process.
So what exactly? So have you added your issue types?
No, I couldn't.
Go left, down, project settings.
Go to project settings.
Yeah.
And that's your issue types.
Click on issue types. Up. No. Issue type is up the features.
Okay. So what do I do next?
Scroll down.
Add the issue type.
You have added all the
Yeah, you've added everything.
You have
It's
everything
there.
there.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So you go back to board. If you scroll up, just go back. Project settings. See the arrow is pointing you back. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
And it's pointing you back again.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think so that's it. And Wumi.
Yeah, no, can you stop sharing, please, Loretta?
So I thought it was the same thing as Loretta that you wanted to ask.
Yeah, but I've got a different screen to hers. Can you stop sharing, please, Loretta? Thank you.
I think the same goes for me too, please. If I can share as well, please.
I think if you have a similar screen as Wumi, then that should help you. Okay, let's see what you have.
So can you see my screen?
Not yet.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to your project settings.
Project setting.
No. It's at the top.
Yeah, project setting there.
No, what you have
it's at the top there. See where you have your boards, timeline, forms. Yeah, that's it. And your issue types is just there. Yeah. Hold on. Just exit that one.
Add issue type.
So just add. Yeah. So no. Yeah. Yeah, just click on add. Which ones do you not have?
I don't.
Click on story. So one at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
So you now have all the issue types. So hold on here. So this is for everybody. So you will have spikes as one of the issue types, but because this one is a free version, it doesn't have all the functionalities and all the features. So that is why you can see spikes as one of the issue types. So bear that in mind, just in case you not pay for one.
Please, can I share my screen as well?
Is it different from these two that we've had?
Yeah, it is different.
Oh, thank you.
That's okay.
If I can quickly share, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So mine is saying active sprint. I don't know.
Hold on. So where do you think you should be? Because we are not in active sprint.
Exactly. I should be on the board, isn't it?
And where is your board?
It's saying here, but it's not letting me go on it.
How?
It's just going straight to active sprint.
Okay.
You've got two boards
there. Can I
there.
help on this?
Yes, please.
I have the same thing. I have to delete the everything.
Because you've got two boards.
You need to copy. Let me tell you what I did because I've just fixed mine now. This is Eniola.
Is that Loretta? Okay.
This is Eniola. I have the same board as yours earlier.
Yeah.
So I copied back the name of the project. I went back to project and I deleted
it. Yeah.
Okay, so delete.
It's not going to work.
No.
You need to click on it. Click on it.
Can you delete from there?
View all projects.
You can't delete from there.
You can delete.
View all projects, yeah.
Thank you.
On this dot on the right side, these three dots.
The three dots.
Yes.
Move to trash.
Okay.
Then you have to reconfigure, create a new one. Do you know the name? You need to copy. Hold on, you need to copy the name first.
Take a photo of that.
Or copy the name. Just click on it. Right click and copy. Right click. Yeah. No. You need to highlight. You need to highlight it and copy.
Okay.
It's not doing.
Don't worry, just delete it. We'll tell you what.
It.
Okay,
thank you. We'll tell you what it is. Then you can type it in.
Type it in.
Okay.
Now create a new project.
Create project.
Yes.
Scrum.
Now you need to choose Kanban.
Kanban. Okay.
Why Kanban?
Choose Scrum.
Okay. All right. Choose Scrum. Sorry.
Then
use the template.
Then select the company.
No.
Do team.
Personal.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
Thank you.
And put the name.
Then put the name. Is
Capital
Blue
B,
Sky,
Blue Sky.
capital B.
I just want to move this thing is on hindering them. Oh my God.
Okay, so can we move on because I'm just mindful of the time.
Sorry about that. Blue Sky.
Space
2023.
W
Space.
Limited.
Yeah, that's it.
B2B.
That's fine. Leave it that way. Leave it that way.
Okay, then what do I do next?
Next. Yes, please.
Thank you. What's he saying?
That's fine. Click next. Is it not going? It should move.
No.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe
Okay,
it should.
Okay, so
no space. It
change
has to,
the W.
no,
Change
no
the W
space.
to small letter.
Yeah,
They
everything
won't
should
space,
be without
everything
space.
together.
No,
Yeah.
without space.
No, just leave it. Okay, it's just because you already have that. You know what? Just put, okay. All right, no, it's not going to go because it's giving you that amber money. Instead of LTD, do LTD in capitals.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, it's still saying that.
It has to remove all the space.
The
Everything all
project with the
together.
name already exists. So remove the space. Just do it in one time because you've already created one previously.
Or put underscore. Just put underscore.
Let's see. I think I've moved the 2023 together with it. So let's see.
Did you give it the key? Okay.
BL. It's just saying BL.
Okay, go to projects.
Okay, now it's there. Very much. Thank you.
Okay, so to project settings.
Then I go to create, like you said.
No. Go to project settings first.
Okay. Then issue types.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is it now.
Add issues.
Yeah, you gotta close the notification. Yeah.
Huh?
No. You have all of them already, so you don't have to just cancel, come out. Okay, so that's it. I think everybody is now on the same page. Please, let's do this quickly. It's nearly 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
So that's okay. You're welcome. So, and thanks to all the other teachers on the call. So most of the time I just like to keep quiet because I know that people
I'm in
will
class.
already.
See, I'm in class.
Okay, so can you all see the board?
Yes.
Okay, so now we want to start adding stories. So where was I on this one? So I was saying that you've got a project and everybody on this call, you've got a project. So I am giving you a project that, see guys, we've got this blue sky engineering. So we've got a fleet of planes, but we just wanted to add something else to what we're already doing. We want people to be booking their flights with us. So the high level requirements here that I have given you, I don't know how you're going to work this out. I'm just telling you, guys, go and sort it out. We need to have clients or customers booking their plane tickets on our website. So that is the high level requirements. And then you have gone away now, socialize with that high level requirement and tearing that apart. And so you've come up with this list of stories that you think would get you to that requirement. So we've got, how many there? We've got 8. So all of you are all a Scrum team. So what I need you to do then is you go into your Jira board, you create this as an epic, and then you create each one of these as stories. So your time starts now. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do that, or sorry, 8 minutes to do that. So let's see who can actually, work with that so quickly. I need a product owner.
Sorry, what are we supposed to do again?
Oh dear. Please, let's be very, very attentive. Can somebody explain what we are meant to do?
The project is Blue Sky Engineering. We're supposed to, the high level is book plane tickets.
Okay,
As a Scrum team, we've come together, we've done elicitation, and we've come up with stories, and those are the stories, the PBIs or stories in column C. Column B is the epic, and the project name is column A. So go away and populate our boards in Jira and use this information.
Does anybody still have questions on the assignment?
Yes, sorry, I kind of missed it. One of the living people in my house came here now. So I'm going to create this epic on the project setting where we find the epic.
Okay, so just to help you there.
Epic. Okay, I found it.
So you come, everybody look at here. So you come to this create button here at the top. Can you see that? As a matter of fact, can I say this? So that will be, no, it doesn't really matter. So see here, you come here. So we want that to be under Blue Sky project. So Blue Sky project is still the one having the engineering team within that. So here you have an epic to create, and the epic is book plane tickets. So you come here, you see, so that has chosen the epic for you. And the summary will be book plane tickets. Can we see that? And description. So you just want to say, this is the high level requirements for the Scrum team to design and build. So you know how you would normally have your descriptions on your PBIs or user stories, you remember? Because that will tell you what exactly you are meant to do. So because it's an epic, so you're just saying this is the high level requirement for the Scrum team to design and build, something like that. And you have different fields. So all of these are fields on your ticket. So this issue type is a field, your status is a field, summary is a field, description is a field. So assignee is a field as well. So you just want to automatically assign to yourself, for example, and your labels, so we are not going to do labels tonight. We just leave that for now. So your label is just a way of categorizing some of your tickets into a group, so just as you have, I don't know what you have in your Azure that you use. So I don't know whether you have labels on there, but this one, you can create your labels to say, this is the part 1 of, the task. This is the part 2, this is the part 3, and all of that. So you can select a start date, the date that you want that to start, and then the date that you want that to finish. And you can give it a color, but I think sometimes it automatically just selects that. And have you got any blockers? Are you cloning this ticket from a previous ticket? I mean, is it a duplicate of another one? Do you need to flag this ticket as something, just to say to the other people in the team, this is the issue with that ticket? So you've got different fields really depending on what you want to show on that ticket. So for example, this one we just said an epic, will just be very, very basic. So just an epic book plane ticket, we've said that, and give it a bit of description. And so you just want to say, create another issue. So it's good for you to just do something like this if you have more than one to create. And then you say create. You click on that.
Sorry, can I ask a question quickly, please?
Yeah.
So we have choose how many stops you want to make twice. Is that a bug or is that meant to be repeated twice?
Sorry, for which one?
For the stories.
So have you done your epic already?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it similar to what I just explained?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now if you have done this, said create another issue, it would automatically just assume that you want to create another epic. Similar to what you just did the last time, but you just come here and say, no, this is a story this time around.
No, I've changed already. I'm saying in the stories, the one you asked us to take a picture of, it says here, after enter your trip details on the aggregator site, it says choose how many stops you want to make. And then the next one, it says choose how many stops you want to make again.
Oh, sorry. So that's a duplicate. Yeah. So ignore that.
Okay. So just one then.
Yeah, just one.
Right.
So you just put in search for flight, and you want to assign that to yourself. So you say assign to me. You don't select sprint because you've not started any sprint anyway, and you're not starting a sprint tonight. So, and you're not putting, see, the field that would come up once you have said it is a story, that the issue type is a story, would be different. When we wrote epics the other time, when we said epics, it didn't give us the option of story pointing or estimation, because ideally you are not meant to estimate an epic. So when you said a story, it automatically just brings up the estimation thing. So you can then decide how many points you want to give that particular one. And with the reporter, it would automatically just give the name of the reporter as you who is creating the ticket. And so you just put that there. Is everybody following? So you just say.
Sorry, who do you assign this one to now?
It's yourself. Because you are the only person that's got access to the board, isn't it?
Yes, so it's going to be assigned.
If it was in a team where everybody has got access to the Jira board, you know how you normally assign.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the first one was the epic, and that one was automatic.
What was automatic?
Under the assign. But this one is for the story.
You will have to click on assign to me.
For the story.
For all of them.
All of them, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So you have to say it.
Please excuse me. Mine doesn't have the select sprint. Just after the labels.
So are you on a story or an epic?
On the story. So I've got labels and I've got reporter, then attachments, as well as linked issue blocks and select
Don't
issue.
worry, you will still be able to assign it to a sprint anyway, so that's no problem.
All right, thank you. Okay, just a quick question. After on the epic, so do we click on create before we move on, or we just click on create another issue and click on create?
So if you have more than one to create, you click on this one.
Okay.
And then click on create. So for example, let me just untick this box and say, this is my second one. Let me just put that in. Tech fair deals. So clients. And what else do I need to include? I've said that's a story, note labels, all of that. So if I do create, everything just goes off. So you have to come back here again.
Okay.
And just to save you that stress of having to go back there all the time for each one. So you can just say, okay, I've got another one to create. So you just wait there. Okay. So you copy and paste, or you just put in all the details of what you want.
Okay.
So
it's just that.
Go back, the previous one, is there a way to get it back?
Yeah.
Because I actually clicked on create without ticking that box. So it went off.
Yeah, because you didn't say that you have another one to create.
Yes.
But it's already saved it. So you just have to go back to the create at the top.
Yes.
The one you created is inside the backlog.
Exactly. Well done.
So how do you go back to the previous one, the one for the epic, please?
Can somebody explain that? Somebody just did now.
Go to backlog.
Some people are getting it. Well done.
I don't have a backlog.
Go to Epic.
And
no backlog.
Sorry for me. Do we assign all the stories to ourselves as well?
Because you're the only person that's got access to the board.
Okay, thank you.
So you still addressing my own case, please. I don't have a backlog.
Don't worry, just create all the stories for now.
Just create it.
Yeah.
Stories.
So there's a duplication on the user story column. So how many tickets are we expecting to have at the end of the day?
I'm sorry, please.
7.
7?
Hello?
7, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm on my summary. I'm unable to write my requirements, the book plain.
You shouldn't have an issue with that. Just click on it and write.
That's what I have done, but I'm unable to. It's not letting me.
Yes, just cancel and click on it again. Just cancel it and go back.
I need to go back and try. I don't know.
This condition. So do we have 7 issues? Has everybody put in their stories?
No, we're still doing it.
Yes.
Okay. Please, let's be fast. Let's be fast.
Yes, but quick question. In terms of linking the issue, do we link it to book plane tickets, or do we just leave it blank?
Some people are stuck behind. Let's just wait for them to get up to speed.
My summary, I can't even write anything. So it's kind of doing my head in right now.
Maybe share your screen. Funke can see quickly. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, please, I've not got the backlog as well.
There's no backlog here.
So who is sharing their screen quickly?
Adiola, do you want to share your screen quickly? Adiola.
On my phone, I need to join on my computer to share my screen.
Sorry, are you doing it on your phone?
No, I'm doing it on my computer, but I'm joining from my phone so I can do it and still listen to what you're saying. So I'm going to join on my computer now.
And okay. Because I would just like us to finish this to a level where you can go away and practice with it on your own.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say we
Sorry,
did?
Ronke, we've got two stuff that are the same. Do we just type in one of it or the two on the summary?
Yeah, that's the one make it 7.
Okay, then. Thank you.
I think you just one you pick.
Babe, what about me be on my age? I have issues with this training.
Do we need to write anything on the description, please? Or we can leave it blank?
Ideally, you shouldn't.
Okay, all right.
So, and the reason being that your summary is the summary.
Okay.
So your description is where you actually flesh it out to say, and that is where your acceptance criteria would go.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
so because it is a free version, you should have a field in there that would say acceptance criteria, that kind of a thing.
Please, can you see my screen now?
So how did you get here?
So I'm trying to write in the summary.
You can't write there. You can't.
Not there, not there.
So if you go to the project settings, just go to create at the top, the blue create one. Yeah. Now, hold on. This is where you do it next time. This is where you create your ticket onto your Jira. So the place where you were before was a wrong screen. So you need to create your epic first. Create the epic first. And your epic is what?
Plain,
book, hold on.
Book, plain
tickets. Yeah. Yeah, so is there, see, just click on it. It's already there. Just click on
right.
it.
So,
yeah. And so you just give it a little description to say whatever, that's the high level requirements to build and design. Yeah, so
thank you so much.
So once you've done that, that's okay. High level requirements. And then just do to build and design, So you can come back and finish that statement later. So if you scroll down, so automatic assign to yourself. Yes. Click on assign to me, yeah. And scroll down. Yeah. So because it's your epic, so if you just say create, no, don't do that because I need you to learn. Just click on create, yeah. So what you've done now, you just created your epic. That's fine. So go back to the create at the top. Yeah. So now you've got stories. So change the epic to stories. Yeah. So you now pick on the first one there. So what is it? That one is search for flights.
Search for flights, yeah.
Yeah. And so you just go on and on.
Okay, I can continue writing them.
Enter.
Yeah.
Enter.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say that you pause here, Adiola.
Okay.
So that you don't miss out on what is left, but just put a note somewhere that you come back here and add all the other stories.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
That's okay. So, and that should be it so that you don't miss out on what we have to talk about next.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll take the screen from you.
Okay.
So is that okay, everyone? So Now, you need to go to the backlog. Some are saying they haven't got the backlog. Is that it?
Yes, that's right. So when we finish creating the stories, do we just close that dialog box and go to the backlog?
You can do just anything. So you can click on anything. So you can click on the backlog.
Oh, it says your changes won't be saved. Okay.
No.
Backlog.
It will save it. Just do backlog. So can you see your backlog?
It's not showing on mine.
Okay, so let's go to your project settings if you can't see your backlog. So go on your project settings. Please, everybody who can't see their backlog, let's do this quickly in 2 minutes. Let's do that quickly. Is everybody that can't see their backlog together here with me? Are you ready so that we show the backlog?
Yes, please.
Yes, we're ready, please.
Okay, so go to project settings. Are you there?
Yes.
And so you will see, if you come down here, you will see columns and statuses. Let's see if it's there.
It's at features.
Sorry?
Features.
That's on board.
No, come here, columns and statuses.
Under boards.
Yes, on the
Yeah.
board.
Yeah. Just for those who can't see their backlogs, please.
Sorry, I think he was right. It's under features and then it's turned off because mine, I just had to turn it on for backlog.
Right.
So now I
okay.
can see mine, yeah.
Okay,
Where?
so
Did you say
that's another
anything?
way of doing it. Okay, so
How did you get here?
Please, now. When you have to change a setting,
Yeah.
so something is not showing. So it means that if you have to make it show, you're probably going to go to the settings. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Exactly. So it's as simple as, when you're doing settings on your phone, you can't see something there, you just want to go to either the sound, the vibration, and that will be in the settings. So I think another thing that I'm going to ask you to do, because we will not be able to cover everything on this call, is you go back and explore all of the stuff under the project settings. It will do you no harm, whatever it is that goes off or that just disappears. It doesn't really matter because it is your training board. So you are self-learning, so that's good. So just come here and understand all the stuff under each one. And I can assure you, because this is the cloud version, they change the settings every now and then. So the one I used maybe 3 months ago is totally different from this one that we are using today. So you have to be constantly coming here and also making sure you're practicing and practicing and practicing. So under the project settings, you have a whole lot of things that you can learn and master. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just, click on each one, you will see,
Excuse me,
a lot of
I
things there.
don't
So
have features on mine at all.
Mine is not showing features at all. That's the issues I'm having now.
Do we have to activate the board as well under backlog?
Features is not showing at all.
So have you got the same kind of screen as me, but you're not just seeing the features?
No, not the same.
Not the
Similar.
same.
So was it similar to the one that Wumi has?
Yes, I have the one Wumi has.
Okay, so you can go to the project settings at the top.
Yeah.
The one on that same line as the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it should show you all of this, either on the side or either on the left-hand side or at the top. Somewhere there, it should be there.
Type.
Yeah,
I have them, but I don't have features.
I have everything, but not features. There's no features.
Yeah, same as me.
Okay, I think one of you will have to just figure out how to get the features. It will be there somehow.
Features. I got features.
And you've got the same screen as Wumi?
No.
If I do add issue type, can I add feature myself?
No, because it's not an issue type.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not
I
an
don't
issue
have
type.
features. I don't have features.
You have to be on backlog before you now go on project setting.
Were you not there?
No, I'm telling them when you
No,
go
I'm
on
just asking, maybe, yeah. So you have it's systematically, really.
Yeah,
So
when you go on project setting, you will see the features is there. Under the project setting is there. And it shows all these things on Ronke's board. Is there.
On where? Where did you say? Because
so click on the backlog.
Let's leave the backlog on my own.
let me show you. Let me show you the backlog. So
Yeah,
this is the
that
backlog
one.
here, that one.
Then go down on the project setting. Go down to project setting.
I
Then
don't
you see
think it
that's the
matters where
feature.
you are. So
Yeah, then feature, that's the feature, yes.
Features. And just click on it, you just get your roadmap, backlog, and board as well. That's how I have it on my own laptop. I don't even have backlog.
Okay, is that working for those who don't have pictures?
I don't have
There's
backlog.
no backlog on our own.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, right.
There's no backlog.
Okay, Wumi, can you see features on yours?
No, I can't see features or backlogs either. We don't have it in this view. Do you want me to share my screen?
Just say the project name. That's all.
Okay, hold on. So let me just think through this. And let's see can you see columns and statuses?
No.
You can't see that.
No.
Okay,
No,
and Wumi, do you just want to share your screen quickly?
Okay. Do you want to stop sharing so I can share?
Yeah.
Project apps, project pages.
Can you see my screen now?
We are just seeing roles and be analyst rules and. Are you sure you are not looking at the two at the same time? You are just you're applying for roles and also doing
I
Jira.
was on the wrong screen. I beg your pardon. Sorry. Now, can you see now?
Right.
Can you see
Okay.
Now? Right.
So
that's
yeah,
what we're
hold on.
Showing too. Yeah.
But if you're going to issue type, it's not an issue, but obviously going to issue.
So if you, what's that?
That's issues, but it's not an issue. So if I go back to project settings, that's all we can see.
If you go to
your board is after your summary. Look at the board after summary. At the top.
At the top?
The board.
Yeah, click on that.
Yeah, that's just my board. That's the board with the tickets I've created. That's
see the more that you've got. Let's click on that more on the right hand. Yeah. Expand columns. Okay, that's just your columns there. So expand it, right? And if you go to project settings at the top, what does it have?
Project settings takes you back here.
And if you do
summary,
let's look at the summary. So that's just your reports. You don't want to see that. Forms. Okay, if you do pages, what's on pages?
Check that there. They didn't have anything.
How did you get on this?
That's link that was sent. A link that was sent. That's all registered with it.
Because I shared the link as I was creating my board. So that's why, I was expecting it to be the same.
It's the same link we were sent.
It's the same link that we used, and that's the view that we got.
Oh, did you change something on the templates?
Yeah, templates. So.
Yeah, because it was asking how you wanted the thing to be arranged.
No, we didn't do that. We
No,
didn't.
I didn't. I just chose Slack. We just chose Slack and that's all. We didn't.
Okay, so how do we get the backlog from here? Holy Spirit, help me.
Are they supposed to choose Slack?
Slack?
Yeah, because I think that
no, I didn't go for any of those.
Slack,
I didn't go for any of those.
On it. So Slack is a different thing. I think that's why it's showing this way.
So meaning that it chose Slack.
No, Slack is just an application. It didn't.
Did this Slack integration? Did you try to integrate it with Slack?
I didn't integrate nothing.
No,
it's just an app that you just add. You know, when you skip it, you cannot skip it or add it. It doesn't change the other applications. I don't think it stops it from working.
Because what I said was what I wanted everybody to do. I was even saying that I should skip all the other stuff so that we just have the very, very basic
And that's
Jira
what we
board.
did. We followed the link.
Right. So I am not sure what has happened here. You know what? See at the very top corner, the left-hand corner where you have the Jira logo, the Atlassian logo.
Top left there, yeah.
Yeah, where you have that, on that one. Go to Jira software. So how come your project name is not here?
He's telling me create project as well.
So meaning that you have not done it, that you have clicked on something that you shouldn't have.
I didn't.
Right.
No, you can't recall
No, we
again
followed the
because
instruction. We followed.
so
Maybe they clicked on Jira Stop Management or something.
Yeah, you clicked on Jira
something like
Management.
that. So that's why you've got this one. Because when you click
it
on
says
that
Jira
one, hold
go
on.
on.
So it should give you, let me see.
Which one
Yes.
should we have? Is it Jira software? Yeah, that's what I have.
That's what we created. That's what I have as well.
Guys,
I can see Jira Service Management, Jira Work Management.
If you set up Jira software, like the way she said, initially you would have a project anyway by default, and the one that you created. So this is why it's telling you to create a project now, because you've not done.
Because you have not chosen that Jira
you've
software.
not chosen,
yeah, you've chosen something else.
So what you need to do is go back and
create, like recreate.
Okay, now
they can
that's
start
fine.
all over and create.
So for
they
those
can
people
do
who
that
didn't
now.
have that, I mean, we'll have that same screen that he had. Can you go to that box on the left-hand corner like he did? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Now you then have to create. So go to create project.
Okay.
Where is that?
Blank project.
Blank project name. Okay.
Yes. Where are we now?
Blue Sky 2023 W, whatever it is that you want to give it.
Okay, that's it. He's saying a project with that name already exists.
But you saw that the other time when somebody was doing that. So you don't have to give it the same name.
You need to delete that one first before you do this one.
Oh, we need to
delete. Yes.
Even if you delete, you're going to trash it. It's still there within the project. It's not going to go away. Sorry. So just go back to what you were doing before.
What's project settings?
No. Just go back to that cube or whatever. Yeah, that square thing. Yeah, Jira software. So for all those people who have the same screen as it's got, please, can you just do this?
Create
project. Yeah. Blank project. Blue Sky 2023 W.
Make everything one word.
No. So you can do Blue Sky, do underscore 2023 W Limited.
Okay.
Yeah. Create.
Underscore 2023
W.
Please, I just need us to just, let's do this in in 2-3 minutes, please.
Yeah, I can.
Because if you don't finish what I've got to complete this night, I don't think I'll be able to come back.
Lost.
Yeah, so now that you are there, so you want to go to your issue types and see whether all your issue types are where they should.
Sorry, Funke, just a second. Where do we go to create the project?
You've just done that.
Add issue. Go to add issue.
Add issue.
No. Hold on. You've already created a project.
That means it's there. It's there already.
Okay.
So
I have 2 projects now.
Yes, you will have. So you have to understand that the icon before each one is different.
Yeah, it's different.
So you have to bear that in mind and know which one is which.
That's the new one.
That's the new one,
Sure.
the
Yeah,
one
for
with the
sure.
underscore. So if you want to go to add issue type, just to be sure that all your issue types are there. So just do what you did before.
Okay, so project setting, add issue type. I already have subtask, so let me add.
Okay,
add
so
issue type.
if you come out of this,
Add issue type, bug, add.
Project settings, just go back.
Okay.
So now you just want to create. So you can, so you can create from there, or you can do it at the top there. Yeah. So now, because you've got two projects, you have to be mindful of the one that you have. Yeah,
That's
exactly. Exactly.
All right,
So,
I'll stop sharing and I'll put that all in there. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you,
that's
Funke. I
fine.
appreciate that. Sorry, everyone. Thanks.
So I want to believe that everybody that had the same screen as him, you've now rectified that.
Thank you.
Okay, so I can take back the screen. So can you now see your backlog?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, so Wumi and Co, if you just put in one epic and one story for now.
I did that.
One epic, one story for now, and you can go back and complete that later. One epic and one story, and tell me when you're done. So this is 2146, 2147. You should be able to come back to us.
So search for flag.
Excuse me, please.
So is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, please
I
let's
just
move
want to
on.
ask a question.
Yeah, I've created epic and 3 stories. Thanks.
Yeah.
I have two
Okay,
epics
so
now. Can we delete one?
Somebody asking a question.
I have two epics now. Can I delete one?
My dear, yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've told you explore with it. So you can delete and recreate. It's your board. So everybody should now have the backlog. Do we all have it?
Sorry, quick one, please. I have created the
Yes.
epic and the stories, but I can't seem to see the option of saving. If I click close, it's telling me discard and close.
Can you go on your backlog, please, and see whether they are all there or not?
So I have to click, I have to discard and close, then I can add it to the backlog.
Yeah.
I'll click create.
Your create is your save button. It doesn't have a save button, it's just the create. Once you click on create, it's created it. Is that okay?
Yes, fine, thank you.
Ronke, it's asking me on backlog if I want to fill my backlog with to-dos. Yes, move or no thanks.
I don't know what that is. What screen are you on?
On the backlog screen, it's asking, fill your backlogs with to-dos. Wants to move all your issues in your board's first column to the backlog. Yes, move or no thanks.
Okay, can you see your backlog as, is it showing as mine?
Yes.
Okay, let's leave that for now. Okay, that's fine. You don't worry about that. So issues with our epic. Let me just shoot that.
No, sorry, Ronke, mine is not saying backlog, mine is saying board.
Oh.
Okay, I will not be able to go back, please, because we've got 10 more minutes. So I don't know why that is.
I still don't have backlogs.
Okay.
For some of us that just
Hello. You know, we can resolve this quite quickly. So I'm going to pair you up with those who already who had the same issue and they now have their backlogs appearing. So Wumi, are you able to help those people who do not have backlog?
Sure, move on.
Are you able to help?
Okay, Funke, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Wumi doesn't have backlogs.
Wumi, do you not have backlog?
No, please can we carry on? We'll sort it out later.
Do you not have it?
No, I don't have backlog.
We did
If you go to features on your left.
Yes, if you go to project settings.
We don't have.
And if you go to features here.
We don't have it.
We don't have features.
You still don't have this one here?
No.
There's no features. That's the issue.
Okay, go to columns. Statuses. See if you can drag this one in here. Can you see? Drag, drop. Can you see that?
I don't know if you guys can see columns, because I don't have columns and statuses. If the other guys can.
Sorry?
I don't have columns and statuses. I don't know if the other guys have it. I'm quite happy to carry on.
We don't have it. For us that just the new one, we don't have the.
We don't have features. We don't have column statuses.
No backlog, nothing.
All we see is just project settings, details, access, notifications, automation, issue types. That's it.
So do you have the board?
The board is at the top.
At the top.
We have the board at the top.
And does it not have this drop-down arrow?
No, it has a drop-down on the left-hand side, but just says recent. Once you collapse it, it just shows the projects. That's all.
Do you want to share your screen with me quickly?
Yeah, sure.
And how many people are affected?
I am.
I am as well. I am.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, let's see quickly what is talking about.
So we have that's a board. That's a board. That's what we see if you go to board. You collapse that. You don't see anything.
I can't see your board.
You can't see my screen. Sorry.
No.
Beg your pardon. So that's what we see on the board. We're going to project settings.
Yeah,
that's
all
we see. Don't list now just to check. It just lists the activity, the epic and the 2 stories.
Okay, click on the. Hold on. So what's that one? Back to project. And So where is your planning? Where is your planning there?
It doesn't have planning.
If you click on your, hold on.
Click on view all projects. Should be there. No, yeah, choose the first
all you see is just the 2 projects. So you click on
choose the one that's you.
That's the one that's on there already.
Oh, so because you already have yours in to do, so there's nothing for you to see in your backlog anymore.
But shouldn't you have a backlog though? You should have a backlog. Even if it isn't due, it should still have a backlog. I think it's unfair. Can we carry on, please? We can sort it out later on. It's unfair to just keep everybody. Sorry, I'll stop sharing. Yeah, I'll sort it out later. I don't know, you know.
Okay, so
I'll stop sharing. You can carry on.
I don't even know what the problem is.
There's a lot of other people that have it, so I'm quite
okay.
happy.
So let's just carry on, and please don't be distracted. Let's just carry on. So what we want to do now is, let me just take this out. So we've got, an epic. So what I did was, for those who can see their boards same as mine, so you want to come here and just see where you've got. So if you go to the backlog and come up here, you will see your epic at the top. Can you see that? And just say, and yes, and click on all those two, and also enable epic panel.
Issue without epic.
Just tick those two, and you should have your board like this. So what this is doing here is, usually in Jira, you would always have your epics to the left-hand side, and then you would have your stories, to the right of the epic. So that is how it would just partition at the backlog view.
Sorry,
So that's
can you
the view
redo the
there.
step again, please? That step from.
So if you come here to the top, click on that and tick these two and enable the epic panel. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So if you just do that, and what that is going to do is just going to sort your epic on one side and then your stories on the other side. Does that make sense?
Sorry, Ronke. On my screen, I have the backlog, but it's not showing the issues under backlog. It's showing the issues under board.
Okay. So have you dragged it up?
Okay.
Did you do any dragging and dropping?
No, I didn't.
Created a sprint already.
So when you were creating the ticket, maybe you had said instead of to do, because it was showing whether you wanted it in to do, in progress, or done. So maybe you didn't check when you were clicking create. So if you go back, can you see this on each of the stories?
Yes, I've got to do. Yes, it's in to do.
There's no to do, please.
It's in to do. I can see it. It's saying to do. Yeah. Do I need to change it, or?
Are they all in to do?
Yes, they're all in to do.
Okay, so they should be able to come to the backlog.
So how do I do that, please?
That's what I'm saying. So once they are in to do, it should be in the backlog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in the backlog right now, but it's under boards rather than backlog.
Same as
so
well.
What board is that?
Sorry, where you have backlog highlighted at the top of the stories, where you have 7 backlogs, yeah. Mine is saying board. And then under backlog, it's 0.
Then just move them down. Just drag and drop. Look, you can drag and drop like this. Take them from that board and bring them to the backlog.
And bring them. Okay, thank you.
Okay. What was I talking about before that question came in? Okay, yeah, so we were looking at the epics. So I've said you have the epics on the left-hand side, and then you have the stories on the other side of the epic, so that you can see your epic separately from the stories. And if you just come back here and just untick and do that, so all you will then see is just your stories. You won't see your epic at all. So it's good for you to come here, enable that, so that you are not asking, oh, where's the epic that I have raised? So your epic is there, it's not lost. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so one more thing that we have to do right now is this epic is standing alone, because if you look at it, if you click on the arrow beside it, if you expand that arrow, it's telling you that it's got no issues, there's no start date or any due date. But you know that what we said was we wanted to have just one epic with 7 stories, isn't it? So that when you click on your epic, for example, you then see all the stories linked to that epic. But here, they are not linked at all. So what you then need to do is, if you click on this, the search for flights, for example, this one, can you see?
Yes.
Yes, it's hyperlinked. So if you click on it, it's going to open on the right-hand side. So what you then want to do is you want to link it up to that epic. So you come here, and where is it? Search for flights, where are the other fields? Okay, so let me just open it properly. Okay, so add epic is actually showing me add epic. Can you see?
Yes.
So it's saying add epic there. So you've only just got one epic anyway. So you just add that epic to it. So what you then see is, let me close this off. You now see that it's telling you, even from the backlog view, that this ticket, this story number is aligned to that epic. So that if you now refresh your page and come here to look at that epic, it should tell you that you've got an issue there. So it's no longer saying no issue. So if you come back here to this one, just put the cursor on it. You see, like 3 months ago, you wouldn't have your epic appear just by putting your cursor on the story. You won't. So they are always advancing on
Let
this
me bring
thing.
my charger, please. My phone charger. My phone is off in a minute.
So
yes,
you come
baby.
here.
Go to the room and bring my charger, please.
You click on the cursor. It says
Yes.
epic, add epic.
Careful,
Please, can
careful.
you mute yourself, please? Please, can
Can
you
you
mute
mute
yourself?
yourself, please?
So you click on the epic. Because we only just have one epic, you add that epic. So you come here again, you see that they've made it so simple. 3 months ago, when I used this version, you can't get your epic just appear on the side. So you come back here, you do that. You come back here, you do that. You come back here, you add it, same here. And that one, you add it. So all of your tickets now, they've got an epic attached to them. So if you then want to see everything about that epic, for example, it's telling you that you've got 7 tickets all into due, aligned to that epic. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So just to summarize what we've done tonight, I still have one more thing to cover. We've looked at how to create a project. And we said a project is like a container of other boards. And we looked at what you could have on a board. An epic, what an epic is, a user story, a task, and also a spike. But because this one is a free version, it doesn't have the spike issue type. And so we've moved on to creating an issue. So how do you create a ticket, a user story, an epic, on your board? So we've looked at that. And also how to align an epic to your numerous user stories. So that is that. So all of this still sitting in the backlog. So let's say you're starting a sprint tonight. So everybody in the team, we've all agreed, okay, those are the 7 tickets that we need to work on just to create that epic that we have, which is the high level requirement. So that's all that we have to do. So what you then need to do is from here, for example, you can right click. You can right click out of the letters in that empty space there. You can right click and tell Jira that you want that to sit in your sprint 1. So you come here, you right click, it brings you all the options. So you can just say, okay, I want it to be in sprint 1. So it goes there. That's one way of adding a story in the backlog into the sprint. But remember, this is still your backlog view. Even that sprint is still in the backlog. Your sprint has not actually started. And another way of moving it into the sprint is by dragging, like that. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Or click out of the letters and tell it where to move it to. Like that. Like that. And then your backlog is back to 0, nothing left. So you've got all of this there. And don't worry if you don't get to move all your tickets, it doesn't matter. It's just the principle that you need to get. So assuming everybody has now agreed to start a sprint.
I'm sorry, Ronke, to take you back. But you said I should drag them into backlog, which I did. But I'm not getting any sprints. I've only got on my board, board 0 issues, backlog 7 issues. When I right click, it's not even giving me drag into sprint. It's only giving me top of backlog and bottom of backlog.
Okay, so we will have to look at that later. If you just want to refresh the page, I don't know why that has been. If you just want to refresh the page, it might be something.
I have the same issue.
So something is not, something has to be corrected.
Yes, I have a similar issue too.
How do something has to be corrected?
Anyway, if you want to create a sprint below the backlog, down, you see create a sprint.
You can create a sprint, yeah, that's it. If you click on that one.
Where? Below the backlog, where?
Can you see it at the top of the backlog here? This one here. Do you have it?
Create a sprint. No, I don't have it.
Or you go back to features.
I don't have it.
Click.
No.
It's there.
There's also something in features as well. You have to
go back to where?
Turn it on.
Go back to where?
Features.
Go back to features under project settings.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go to features and then click
and then click sprint.
Tick sprints,
yes. Thank you. Is there anything else we need to click here?
I think you just have to go and learn some of these things. So once after this class, you can just go back, and practice and practice and practice. Because if somebody is feeding you all the time, you won't remember what was done. I can assure you when it comes to Jira. Yeah, so
are we moving all the backlog to the sprint? Every one of them to the sprint. Okay.
No more log list of you can now scan fields in groups. Okay. So we have now
saying sprint 2 though. It should be sprint 1.
You can edit it.
You can edit it or you can cancel the sprint. I deleted the sprint. Mine too came up like that. And I deleted the sprint.
You see, you have to try. See, these people that are giving you all these answers, they're just trying their hands on it. So you can, Jira is quite flexible. That's one good thing about it. It's very, very flexible. So you can see the edit button there in front of the sprint name. So showing you that you can just, manipulate it as you want. And start sprint. So let's say we've decided to just start the sprint today or give it a date in the future. For example, we can say, yes, 2 weeks, we want it for 2 weeks. You can come here and change the sprint name totally to something else. whatever it is that the team has agreed, or you just leave it as is. And you can come here and say, no, I'm not starting it until Monday. That's when we start. And because you've said 2 weeks here, automatically it's calculated for you 2 weeks. If you don't want it in 2 weeks, you can customize it, and set the time that you want, but let's leave it as 2 weeks. And then you set your sprint goal. So design and build. And you just say start. And that is when you have this. And this is the bit that Wumi has got. So somehow a sprint has already started. So there's something that has to be changed in your settings. So you seem to be here before every other person. And so this is now all the issues that we have to start next week, for example. So what we then need to do is we need to make sure that we come, to have our daily call every day and agree on what needs to move and where it needs to move to. So in terms of moving, you just drag and drop. You can go back either way. So the transition is either to the back and forward. So backward and forward transitions that it has there.
Sorry for cutting this. So how do you do an estimation on this ticket?
We said that before when we were creating the tickets.
I didn't quite get that part.
So the field is there for estimation.
We're creating the stories.
So it has the estimation, the story points or estimation there. So you can decide in the team what points you want to give a story. So you can move this here and then there. Or, oh, I don't want it there. I don't want it there. So that's it.
Hello, Sister Funke.
Yeah.
So how do you know when the dev guys are the ones working on it or when it has moved to QA?
How do you know?
Yes, in relation
have
to
to create a
the
column.
one we use on Azure.
Okay,
You can
so
easily tell, yeah.
So that is different. So you come to project settings, for example. So you do, where is it now? So if you go to your board, so you've got your columns and statuses there. So it's giving us the very basic columns there. So you can come here and create more columns, so you can say, so what other discipline are you talking about there? Is it the QAs?
In dev or in QA, yeah.
Dev, QA done, dev done, all those things.
So you see now it's telling me a column missing a status, assign at least one status to every column. So you then have to drag a status here. So you have to create a status, but I'm not sure because it is not a paid version. It may not allow you to create because, so that's a column that you've just created. You've just created a workflow. You've just added to the workflow, but you need to get a status. So these ones here, like this one, we've said in progress. So the status for that is in progress. This one is done. The status for that is done. Sometimes you could have more than one statuses under a column. You could have closed and DOD, all under done.
If you go back to your board, you
Yeah.
can create it from there.
Yeah. Oh, can you do statuses from there?
You can create a column. Yeah.
Yes. Click the add
So can you do statuses?
No, I'm not sure. You can.
No, because I tried that
No
now.
status, but you can create.
Okay, fine. I didn't want to do it from here because so I just wanted you to know how else you can do it. Because this thing they keep changing and moving things about. So if you're working using the server version, it's not as flexible and not as animated as this one there. That one is not user friendly at all. It is not. So you won't even see this. That's just, you won't even see this plus sign. So the project settings, you know, when you have the time, just go over all of these items there, and you know, you just be amazed, you know, by so much that you can learn here. So here it says columns and statuses, but it's not giving us that. So use column and status to define how your work is. Yeah, but where are they? Okay, drag and drop it. So it's not giving us the option of statuses that we can put
I
in
think
here.
it gave me a status.
I think
did
you need
you
to
create?
If
You need to
create
add
on
one,
the
isn't
board,
it?
you should create on the board and then go back to
yes,
column
you
and
have to
status.
create on the board. There is going to be showing on the column here. No,
sorry, create where? Here?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So
Just
what do you do?
QA. Then save it. Then go back to
your
project setting.
Okay, good.
Column and statuses.
Status. See, it's there.
All right, okay. So
that is
so you know better than me there. Cool. So I told you all of these things, they keep changing. If you watch the video for the last one, it wasn't there. So that's fine. And so you can then, so let's see if you go to the board, can you move? Okay, can you do that? Do this and do this. Okay, so then if you then have to, so your done will be the very, very last one, isn't it? And that one there. Okay, so if you just want to create other columns in between, you can just do that. This is really super. So it helps you a lot.
Sorry.
And you can create other ones in between as you want. And your flow is still nice and smooth, which is good. Right, okay, so we've managed to look at how to create a project, how to do your project settings, create an issue, and also start a sprint.
Sorry, I want to ask one question, please.
Yep.
Hi, good evening, and this is Eniola again. If this stories is going to be written by the business analyst and approved by the product owner, is still going to be in to do, or is going to be, they're going to be, I want to talk about in real life case scenario. Are this thing going to be changed by approved? Just the way we have it on Azure DevOps, we have a BA doing, BA done, approved and committed.
So can I just say something about the columns and the statuses? They are not set in stone. So every organization, and every team in every organization will define what statuses and columns they want to have. So don't let your mind be fixed on one and think that is how it works for everybody. No, so some people, the best for them is just 4 columns. Anything more than that is a waste of time. For some people, it's just very simple to do in progress done. They don't want anything to complicate their board, just that. So then you then have to define what will go into to do. Everybody will have to agree, and everybody must always remember what should be in to do. So if you're coming from a new project, if you're coming from one project to join this new project, you have to forget what you were doing in that old project, if they had 10 columns. So on this new project, you just have to learn what they do here and what stays in to do, in progress, and done. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you so much.
That's okay. And yes, I think that's my time all gone now. Any other question at all?
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
So, you know, after we went to the backlog and did the epic and everything, when I went back to my board, nothing is showing on my board anymore.
Sorry, when you went where?
Initially, this the epic and the
stories.
the stories are all showing on my board. And then we went back to backlog, created the backlog stuff, and then it's no more on my board.
Okay, I think you had the same issue because they weren't meant to be on your board originally, because we've not pulled them into the sprint and we've not started the sprint. That was the same sprint that Wumi had, that they were already showing on the sprint board.
I think that's because of the epic. You may have put a start and end date on the epic already.
Oh, did you?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
what I did, and that's what happened.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you just have to take those out.
Take it off. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just have to come off the due date. I don't use the due date anyway, so we just use story pointing, and once your sprint is defined by a particular period, that's it. Yeah.
I said I have my backlog now. I'm one of the guys that have issues before.
So did you not have it before?
No.
How did you have it?
Oh, good.
That's a success story.
Yeah. I went to.
Did you have the same issue with Umi?
Yeah, I think I created.
Okay, we now have a solution. Okay.
Created the.
Okay, do you just want to share your board? That will be the last thing that we'll do tonight. Thank you. If you just want to share your board so they see.
That means I will have to go back to my. It's just the way we created the new story, like the new, what's it called? The new project is wrong. We have to do it the way we created the person that did it first, where BLU was showing and all. If not, not show the board.
Can you show?
Do you want to share your screen?
I'll have to log in with my second laptop now because I'm watching with one and.
Sorry, Ronke, while he's doing that one, on the board, it's got some columns. So can we, to do issues, we have 7. So when do we know when the BAs come in? After then the in progress, the dev, developer, and then the QA, then done. So do we need to put all that in to know who is working on it?
Can somebody help us answer that? I think, was it Eniola?
Yes, I was the one that asked the question.
Okay, yeah.
The answer is it has to be the organization preference, what they want on their board.
Okay, all right then. Okay.
According to what she said.
You can also play around with this, adding what you're used to so that you get familiar with it.
I've done that because what I did was after to do, I put the BA, then in progress, then dev, then QA, then done.
Yes, and it can also be, it's because you are the only one, you can also assign it to people, and then you know that this is assigned to someone.
Okay.
Okay, good. We have other trainers, which is good. And okay, was somebody going to show us a screen? How we got his backlog? That was going to be the last for tonight.
He said he wants to log on. He wants to log on.
Oh, you want to log on?
Yeah, he wants to log on his computer.
All right, okay. So yes, I think that would help a lot of people.
So how are we going to link this Jira with Confluence? Is it the same thing?
So that's quite easy. And if you come back here, can you all still see my screen?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, because I was waiting for the guy to share his screen. Okay, that's fine. So if you come back here, you see this block of little dots. This one here?
Yes.
Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you click on that one, can you see your Confluence?
Yes.
So you click on Confluence there. So what that would have done automatically is the skip, just like skipping, so that you start everything from scratch, invite by email, not inviting anybody. And I don't want to invite anybody. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay, just hold on. So once you come here, it will just give you all of this. So this is you just having your landing page. and it's telling you how you can actually make that, so colorful. You can add pictures of the people in the team. You can post in here your weekly status report, and you can add your meeting notes. So it's giving you all of the stuff that you can do with Confluence. So it's just like your repository where you keep all the documentation for your team, and here you already have your first page. And if you want to do that, so I haven't got any recent. Okay, so what you then have to do, let's go to the overview. So it's got here, get the most out of your team space. So what I would normally do with mine is I can do a few write-up, put in the team's name, for example. So you just come here, you click on that edit button. If you don't click on that edit button, you won't be able to do any edit on it. So you can just come here and say, Blue Sky 2023 W team, so team or colleagues. And you just come here and put in your photos, so you put in your photos and your name, what you do for the team. Are you a BA? Are you a product owner? Are you the Scrum Master? So that everybody will just, have all their information on one page, their email addresses, their phone numbers. We just put that. And then what else can you do? So you can share your team goals, so tell people how to contact you if you want to leave in your LinkedIn address, all of those things. So, and once you've done that, whatever it is that you have, you've decided to add, so it's giving you, a guide of what you can do, and you will see all those little links. So this one is quite good. It's quite good because it's the cloud version. It's got all this animation. In the server version, it's a struggle. You have to just create your own stuff, and it doesn't have most of these add-ons. So it's always boring, I can assure you. And once you put in all of the details, you just say publish, and publish it means you are saving it. If you don't click on publish, you will lose all what you've done there. So that's it there. And what you then want to do is you come here, you save this page on your favorite. On your bookmark it rather, so that you don't lose that page next time when you have to work on it. If you don't bookmark it, it will be quite hard for you to remember, especially if you've told your device to not ask you for the password next time that you log on. So you may not know where the link is. So that's one thing I would just like you to do. So you've got your spaces. So your space is how many spaces that you've got. Spaces are just like pages, all the pages that you have, and your team. So because I've started creating a team, so it's giving me that, and the apps, you can add all of this if you want to, depending. So an overview is an overview. Space settings, that is for the admin. If you want to manage how many people in the team, you want to come here, and what access that you want them to have. Is it read and write, or just read only, or all of that? So this is where you do all those permissions, and this is where you add users to the team or delete users from the team. And if you're going to have a project plan, for example, and it's got all lovely templates that you can use. It's got lovely templates. So you can redo this. If you want to change all of this, you just come back to the pencil, you click on that, and you just start wherever it is, and that's it. You can publish, or if you don't want to publish, you just close it and go somewhere else. So that is it. So it's got all the pages, all the templates that you could have are here. So if you click on the templates, for example, it will tell you all the different templates that you could have. Give this page a title. You could have tables if you want a table. If you want to insert images, it will tell you how to do that. Whatever layout that you want, it will tell you how to do that. So Confluence is quite it's fully loaded. It's got a lot of things, but just remember, it's just a repository. for all your documentations and everything about the team. That's just what it does. So at the end of your sprint, you may just want to get all your reports. You may just want to get all your reports and copy and paste them onto your Confluence. So for example, let's say we finished this sprint. We said we were going to start on Monday and then finish 2 weeks from that time. So let's say, for example, you finished everything about it and the sprint is complete. Let me just say complete. I'm not sure if I can bring it back again. I think I should be able to. So let's look at insights, for example, sprint progress. So this is where you get all your reports from. So because we've not done anything, so my burn down chart is just flat, nothing is showing. So your epic progress is just going to calculate how much of your epic work you have done in terms of percentages and all of that. It will just give you all of those things. So after the sprint, you can come here, for example. So you can just come here, sprint burn down, go back there. So you can just copy this, or use whatever it is, copy that and paste that onto your onto your Confluence page. So you can just copy that onto your Confluence page and say for sprint 1. So what I would normally do, because I label it sprint by sprint, so you can just come in and say, okay, this one, I just want to call this one my sprint 1. I know I've said, yes, so it's giving it to me as this. I don't want that. I just want it to be, sprint 1 reports. So you just put that here. You can delete this table. You don't need to have it. And you can have other stuff inserted. Anything that will make you, anything that you just like to have, whether you want tables or you want charts, however it is. So you can just, add that onto this page. You can delete all of this if you don't want it or replace it with something else. You see, it's giving you the timeline as well. So it's giving you the roadmap planner, feature by feature, when you're going to finish one. If that is not correct, you can move things about. Milestones and deadlines. So once you start, reaching some milestones, it keeps recording that as long as it's linked to that sprint. Or you can just come in here and just, type all of those details onto here. So that's really what Confluence is all about. So I would just like you to try your hands on it, practice and practice and practice and practice. It's worth it at the end of the day, because when you get your lovely role that you are hoping to get, you don't get people in the office, taking you on a training or on a coaching or whatever, so that you learn how to use all of these things. As a matter of fact, they'll be expecting you to come and teach them some of these things. So it's better for you to, just prioritize all of this and learn and learn and learn as much as you can. And the good thing is you can self-teach yourself. You can do that. So that when you get to that organization, they're thinking, oh, we've got a professional that has just joined us, so she's going to, or is going to teach us all of these beautiful things. And then you don't want to go there and disappoint yourself or the team. So that's why you have to, make sure that you just keep practicing and practicing. And another thing that I would just like to give you as an assignment here is, now we've said this is, you can add as many columns as you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter, since you know how to now add extra columns, do that. So we have said this should start on Monday. Please make sure you have all of those details. You have all your tickets and the epic on there. So you do that. And I would like you to come back here, in those days, just moving your ticket about. So you could move like 2 in a day onto in progress, or however it is. You may have other columns before in progress, or not even have in progress, at the end of the day. So just keep moving them. And the reason for that is so that at the end of your 2 weeks, or you could actually give yourself a week. so that at the end of your 1 week sprint, your reports would have been generated. So you can see the flow of work that you had done in that one sprint. And so you can sit back and then start interpreting your own reports to yourself, because it's key that you understand, because it's your board, so you know what you have done. And then your report would be so meaningful to you, than when you have just joined a sprint, a team, midway. They've started the sprint before you joined them, and then at the end of the sprint, they're not calling upon you to come and tell them what they have done. That would be quite difficult. But because this is your work, you started it, you know how you've moved your tickets, and now your report is just right, in front of you. You'll be able to say one or two things about your report. And then you can come back here and give yourself another task. For example, all the stuff that you want to do for yourself, maybe you've got some reading that you want to do, you've got some research that you have to make. So you can come back here once you finish this sprint. So once you have your days remaining as 0, you may want to go back and reset this time, maybe to a week, or just leave it as 2 weeks, or you may just want to start your sprint tomorrow. That's good. But once you know your days remaining is 0, you've completed your sprint, then you complete sprints, and it's going to tell you this sprint contains, you've not done anything, 7 open. So what do you want to do to the ones not complete? So for example, I haven't completed any of my tickets, and then I want to close the sprint. So you then have to instruct Jira where it takes the incomplete stories, where it takes them to. Do you want it to go to the backlog? If you don't want it to go to the backlog, for example, so you come back here, you say, you go to your backlog here. So where do I want my incomplete stories to go to? So I just come back here and say, yes, sprint 2, yeah. So you've already created a sprint 2 here. So you now come back to your board. You now say complete stories or complete the sprint. So where do you want it to go? Is it a new sprint, sprint 2, or backlog? So you decide, and then it goes straight there, and that's you done. So that's you done. And I would just like you to practice and practice and practice. And also, you can add other projects to this board. So it's so easy to do. It's not really hard. So you can have a team, or maybe your own name, or whatever it is that you want to call it. You can just create another board and just put it under that one and create new tickets for that board. Or you can just create a total, sorry, I'll be with you shortly. Yeah, so, or you can, what was I saying? So you can create a new project, because I can see some other people have actually done that. So you can create it either as a Scrum board or as a Kanban board. So the difference between a Scrum board and a Kanban board is, for this Kanban board, it has no, it's not time bound really. You can have tickets on your Kanban board and carry them for as long as you want, but ideally you want to finish, your task as quickly as possible. So for your Kanban board, it's just a list of tasks. You don't have to necessarily have your issue type as story. For most Kanban, people will use normal tasks. So it's not as if you're not testing them, but because you are not working in that iterative kind of period. So it's not you're not sprinting, let me just put it that way. So you're not saying you have to complete everything on the board in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. No, you're not doing that. So it's just a list of tasks, and people still do their daily Scrum, or what you call daily stand-up. But for most people that use Kanban, they don't do the other ceremonies. They don't do sprint planning. or what's the next one? Of course, you can do review, but you don't do sprint planning because all your tickets are on the board. So there's no planning that you're planning. You can already see them. Unlike your sprint, some of them will be in the backlog and some of them will be, on the sprint board. So that's just the difference. So I'd just like you to try, work with the two. So create stories for yourself, use the Kanban, create stories for yourself, use the Scrum board, and look at the difference. You can leave them at the same period, come and see what has happened. What kind of report will your Kanban board generate? What kind of reports would your Scrum board generate, within a space of 2 weeks, for example. So that will give you an idea of how to interpret some of your reports. So I think we will stop here now. If anybody has got any questions specific,
I have a question.
Please, I was just going to say that you send me a message on Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry. Yeah, for the first person that said the
Yes,
question, can you just go quickly, please?
Yeah. After starting the sprint, is it still possible to add more story?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then
yeah, you can.
For the Kanban board, will you have the same interface as what we have on the Scrum board?
Yeah, it's not too different.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all. So it's just a Kanban. So you see, so it's going to ask you to do that. So you can give it the same name and just put Kanban, at the end of it so that that's your Kanban version of the Scrum board. Or you can just name it whatever it is. But I like, whenever I have a Kanban board, I just like putting a Kanban beside it so that when you have that drop down, especially where you have like maybe 3 or maybe 10, 20 boards on one project, you can easily spot the ones that are Kanban.
Sorry, Funke. Hello?
Yep.
Sorry, this is a quick one. What I normally do when something a board is set up like this with my computer is to put it on sleep because I didn't want to lose what I've created. So I wanted to know if I shut down the system, and how do I go back to this what we created tonight? Do I have to go through the website or what I need to do?
So I've mentioned that before. I said what you need to do is you have to save that link in your bookmarks.
Okay.
So please, everybody remember that, because if you don't save it and you don't know your login details, it will be difficult for you to recover it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
if you try to use the same email address, it will be telling you that that email address was already being used and it's not going to give it to you again. So bookmark.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. That's fine. Any other question? Last one. Okay, that's fine. So please, if you have any question, please send it to me on Telegram.
Retrospective.
I think there's a gentleman that wants to show us the screen how he got the backlog.
Yeah, Moses.
Okay, that's fine. So who is going to show us the screen?
Moses, are you ready?
Oh, Larry.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sharing the screen now.
We'll be doing what we anticipate. The challenges will be presented very, very
someone mute, please. Mute. And hear what is
down at Mar-a-Lago. They really.
Share screen. Is it showing now? Sorry.
Yes, it's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not your book. Here's
Yes.
We can see your Telegram, not your.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
No, your Telegram is showing.
I've changed to. Can you see my screen now?
No, it's still
showing Telegram.
Refresh your page.
Okay. Is it showing now, please?
No, it's still Telegram.
Close your Telegram.
Close your Telegram.
Open up the page, then you will come up. Open up the page you want to show.
I've closed my Telegram now.
You
It's
haven't.
not. Yeah.
It's still showing your Telegram. Stop sharing. Then you can open the page you want to share.
Is it showing now? Sorry.
No.
It's coming up. Yes.
It's showing now, Abi?
Not
No,
yet.
no. Blank.
Make sure your Jira page is open.
It's opened, yes.
Then you click on the Jira page. Then you share.
When you click share, click the
Jira page.
bottom left one.
Yeah.
The left option, not the right one. So it'll just show any screen that's on, any page that's on the screen.
Has it showed now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, showing.
Okay. So the mistake we did was we created without going through the normal process, which was to go here first, then click on Jira software. Jira software. Then create projects. Hope I'm not too fast.
No.
Then come here, Scrum, Jira software. Then use templates. Then select a team project. This one. So far, it's showing this name and the key. It will automatically configure. Do you
Hi,
understand?
can you go back, please? I don't see the Scrum Jira software.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back now. This is first step,
Yeah.
Jira software.
Yeah.
Then create a new project.
Okay.
Then we are choosing Scrum. This.
Hold on for me, please.
All right.
So I don't see Scrum.
Scrum is not showing on your own.
No, it's not.
No, it's not showing.
Maybe you should try blank. Let's see.
Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now.
Okay.
So click on Scrum.
So Scrum. Then use templates.
Oh, right. Use template. Okay.
Use template. Then select the team project name. This one is for company. I think this is for the people that has registration and all.
So I should do what? Select a team managed project.
Yes.
Okay.
Then select this. Then put the name like
Blue sky.
Yeah, blue sky.
Can I use the one I've used before?
Yeah, you can just put a space. So far, it is not showing in your. It has not shown in whatever you've tried in your trash.
Okay. Blue
Like so far, you don't have the same name.
2023 W. What else can I put up? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, while you're doing this, I think I can take my leave.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so if anybody has got any question, please can you just get in touch?
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
you're welcome.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good
Bye.
night. Much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye. So, where you next? Have you written the name?
Yeah. So next, right?
Next.
Hold on for me. That
Sorry,
B2, do
please.
I need
I'm
to
not
write
seeing
it?
that Scrum. This
No.
thing. I'm not seeing it at all. I don't know where Adela got that one, but I'm not
Okay,
seeing it.
next.
You can use blank. Blank should do as well. Then when
Hi.
you next Abi. Hi.
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 Can Adiola just finish our own, please? Thank you.
Because Adiola has got her own now. Maybe those who haven't seen can get in touch with her.
So what's the
Then-
next thing, please?
Then I connected. You can I connected you, or you can skip anyway. Anyone.
Okay, connect.
Take it to the same place.
Okay.
Yeah. To go back
It's
to
loading.
so once
So go to project.
go to projects.
Okay, thank you.
So
All
your
right.
body
I can see board. Yeah.
and backlog and everything will show.
Yeah, everything is there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So now, you know that I need to now start doing my story. So I can go to settings as well from here, like the other
Yeah.
one.
My story was you just have to go to Angry Story. Change
Now,
the
where is the
project
setting?
setting.
Oh, I've seen project setting. Okay. Yeah. Issue type.
You know if your issue is there.
I have it. I have everything there.
Yeah, it's there. So
Thank you
just
so
start
much.
creating stuff. Yes, ma'am.
So I need to recreate it. Okay, that works. Thank you.
Hello, please.
Okay,
Thank you so much
for
for
those
your
that
help.
didn't see the
Hello.
Scrum, I think I know the way
Hi.
to get
Hi.
to the Scrum place now.
Just to clarify, please. The part you just took her through now, if we create any other story with that part, will it combine with the previous ones, please?
Thank you. Would this be all, please? Would this be all?
Yeah, but what I did was I deleted the previous ones I've created.
Yeah, so
then
how do I
created a new
delete them?
one.
Will it combine later?
I'm not sure to combine. How to delete is just delete. How did I delete? I think I
Go
came
to
to
projects. Go to
projects.
project.
Yeah.
Click on the project.
View all
Or view all
projects.
project, yeah.
Then you delete here.
3 buttons on the side, yes.
Okay.
For
Hold
the
on. I
one you
need
want
to
to delete.
be sure that
Yeah.
I'm not deleting the wrong one.
Move to trash.
Who was the other person that said she couldn't see Scrum at all?
Thank you.
I said it. I said I can't see Scrum at all.
Go to trash.
Yeah, I think I know how to get there now.
Meet the person. Can you arrange with the person that have seen it so that she can put you through? Is it Adiola? What's her name?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So,
done now. Thank you.
Please, just work hand in hand, and that's it.
Yeah,
And if you want to use the name you've used before, once you go to your trash, go inside the trash itself, then go and delete permanently. You can reuse the name after
Oh, I
that.
can also delete from trash as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, ma'am.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good evening.
All right, good evening. So, okay,
Can I stop sharing?
Yes.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, this is Deji. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, they just talking, please.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes,
All
we
right,
can.
quickly.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to send you an email address right now. So I know your tutor have gone through how to set up Jira. So I'll send you an email. So I need like 2 people to actually kind of set it up from scratch. So with this email address, right? It's a Blue Sky email address. So, and also I think, and the password I will let you know as well. So I need 2 volunteers, right? If I can get one from each of the groups, that would be good actually. So
I'll volunteer.
who's that? Okay.
Eniola.
So Eniola, cannot have around that one. What group are you?
I will volunteer for Epsilon. Moses.
Epsilon. Okay. So can I have everyone right? Okay. What's the second one? Moses, is it?
Yeah, Moses for Epsilon.
Okay. So what I'm going to do to you guys, if you can send send your Telegram chat to me, right? So what I'm going to do using that email address, so you're going to set up a Jira group, for a Jira portal for your set, right? And you're going to share the details with all the Scrum Masters, right? And then you're going to set that up by yourself, right? So once what I just need you guys to do, Enola and Moses, right, is to set that up, right? You don't create the board, you don't create anything. So then each of your team are going to create a project under that particular Jira. Yeah, you log in with that profile and then you create your Jira board, right? Then after that, you invite your team members into it, actually.
Okay.
So you're going to invite everyone in your team to use that. So now, what project are you going to work on? That's another question, right? I want you guys to start working on your what the reports that I ask you to do, right? So report and career progressions. You put all those details there, the tasks I ask you to do. So for the next 1 week, maybe we might even extend it to 2 weeks. So let's just do a 2-week sprint on Jira. Or the focus is that report. Every report that you need to create, you need to put it on that one. So ensure that everyone create their own tasks on Jira for the reports, and then you move them into done. So basically, you are going to be your BA. You are going to be your own developer, because you are going to be writing the story because it's only report. Then you are also going to be developing it because it's report. Then you put it done. Does that make sense? Any question?
Yes, I have a question. Sorry, I want to get a pen. So the task is to create the board.
No, your own task, Enola and Moses, is to create a Jira account, right? With this email I sent out. That's your first task. Then after that, send the Jira account, right? On the port, right? The link, right? To all the Scrum Master. They log in, right? Create a project, right? For each of your team, right? Once you create that project for your team, right? Then after that, they will invite their members in, right? So once they invite every member of your team in, then you create your task on that. Does that make, is that okay?
Yes.
All right. All right.
That's for week, you said?
Sorry?
That's for 1 week.
I think the sprint should end 1 week, but I'm thinking that if you guys are up to the task, I know my admin would know, they will say they like this anyway. If you guys are still enjoying the program, I might say, okay, let's extend it for another 1 week so that you can do this particular Jira for 2 weeks. So maybe it might also be good just to use it for 1 week sprint, right? And then you have another 1 week sprint again. So in essence, you've done 2 weeks within for Jira, if that makes sense. Yeah. Or do 1 week sprint, okay? And if you still have time next time, okay, we can do another 1 week within Jira. Okay, any other question? This information is at the end of we are recording on YouTube, so maybe you just watch the last 5 minutes of the video. If you excuse me, if you don't get the information, so you can watch the last part of the video so that you can be able to hear what the information is again. So to quickly recap, Enola Moses, you are going to create with the email address I sent out now. I will send you the password so that you can have access to the email account as well. So you will create a Jira portal using that email address. Then after that email Jira portal, the link, you send the link to the Scrum Masters in each of the teams, and also access for them to enter. I think the first thing to do, you might need to get their email addresses as well so that you can add them and give them the right to be able to create their projects. So do you get it now? So you are now the administrator, right? For this particular account. Do you get it now? Then after that, the Scrum Master asset create when they create a project. Now the Scrum Master would need to invite Moses, if you want to unmute, there's noise you have a background. So thanks. So then the Scrum Masters would now invite the members right into the project they've created. And the project, like I told you, you need to do right now is your reporting, right? All the reports I ask you to create, all the tasks I ask you to create for this particular sprint, you put them as different tasks on the board. And let everyone create their own. I would say the Scrum Master should take ownership and ensure that everyone has got their tasks on the board. And we are moving it. We know that who is not completed his task, who's completed the tasks, and yeah, and you can do a demo at the end of the sprint. Yeah, let it be 1 week sprint anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I want to ask, can we tie it to time? When should we expect Moses and Eniola to complete their own task so that
Okay.
the
All right.
master
Cool.
take it
So,
over?
that's good. Yeah. So I'm expecting them by tomorrow to complete their task, right? Then by tomorrow, right, the Scrum Masters will get the portal, right? Maybe let's say by 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. tomorrow, right? So, and by end of Sunday, right, I'm expecting the Scrum Master to have created the project and ready. So you can start your sprint Monday, right? So Monday to next Monday, you start your sprint, actually, right?
So sorry for clarification, please. For us to create the project, so we, the Scrum Master, will be the one to act as a BA to populate the board with user stories.
No, everyone should create their own user stories, right?
Okay, I got that.
Because
All right.
they
Thank
need
you.
to, is their story. You have your tags, you have your stories, you create it and everything. So, and then, so after that, I think on Monday, you can come together and do like a mini sprint planning, actually.
Okay.
But I know we have meetings anyway, but make sure that you work within the time. We have like CV reviews from is it 8 o'clock or 9? So just plan around that. Maybe use your daily stand-up or that particular time to do a mini sprint planning to ensure that everyone's created it. So that's why I would say that you ensure that you create the board before Sunday so that everyone got time to put their board, to put their stories in before you start the sprint planning on Monday. And the sprint will start on Monday.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
okay.
Thank you. Sorry, are you going to send the email to our DMs or on the group?
Okay, I will leave you guys to decide on that. So in the group, I think, let me leave it to Enola to see how you guys are going to coordinate that. I'm going to assume that you should know how to do this anyway without, anyone from the program telling you what to do, to be honest, But I'm going to send this to the email to Enola to create that right now. In fact, I'm actually doing it right now. So you will get that. So share that with Moses and then tomorrow, so you can, if you have any issues with the emails or with anything, do let me know if that's okay.
All right then.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
received. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that is the password. I'm going to give you the link where you're going to log into the email itself, because you need to have access to the email account, because they might send emails to that particular email after you've kind of registered on Jira. So I will also put the name, just put Blue Sky as the name and everything, put all that information anyway. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. So have a good evening. Cheers.
Thank you.